last night while camped out in front of a hair salon. An elite group of analysts, savants, and people who love Frisbee dogs. They're going to be performing at halftime of the Ravens game, I learned.
Really?
Yeah, dogs are not going to be throwing the Frisbees.
Dogs catching Frisbees.
Dogs catching Frisbees
That's
on
a good
an
one.
elite level is right there behind diving dogs.
Honestly, you go to some of these pro games, they got some great halftime stuff. NBA, NFL.
Nothing like the Frisbee dogs, though. Fought and toiled and burned the midnight oil to deliver the best segment in all of sports television. I know you're thinking, what about the sports media ombudsman? That's a great segment. I agree. This is even better. It's an honor and a privilege. It's time for the committee's tears.
Thank you so much, as always, Kevin Wildes, and true professionalism. I like to show the audience something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because this is what Wildes uses for his teleprompter on this. And you might be like, hey, this adapter, did you get this from a local dentist's office where they print things off on the dot matrix? And I'm like, yeah, we actually did. That's how we would use the teleprompter. And amazingly, it crapped out on us. And Wildes just went straight off the dome.
2 weeks in a row.
Believe it or not, I didn't have all that Frisbee dog stuff.
You don't freestyle. You're not a freestyle.
But he did a great job.
Yeah, he did.
A beat on the
He did a great job there. Listen, it's very interesting. Mahomes' mountain intro uses technology that was incomprehensible 18 months ago. AI videos. Mahomes' mountain intro, or Tears intro, uses the technology from 1976. Both make it work. All right, we sadly have some new eliminations.
Oh, no.
And Falcons, sad for Michael Penix. That one's rough. And the Cardinals. What's up, KW?
Shout out to the Titans.
We've never left a team off. There's 30. We've never left a team. Those teams, so 10 have been eliminated. We know, obviously, that at the end of there'll be 18 ultimately eliminated. 14 teams make the postseason. So, who is facing elimination this week? Just one. In what many are calling the Greg Jennings Bowl. Ooh. Vikings at Packers. I don't know if anyone's calling it that. They play twice a year anyway. But the Vikings, they're facing elimination. Next, fun to watch tier. It's just what it says. Listen, when Jamar Chase isn't spitting on people, Bengals are quite fun to watch. The Panthers are. Bryce was dealing this weekend.
He was.
Threw for 450. Like, he was dealing. And the Cowboys, that offense has been fun to watch all year. And I haven't been a believer in the Cowboys. And I'm not a Cowboys fan. However, if there's a way to get a little of my attention and affection, it's like, wait, CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens were where, doing what? At a casino gambling all night and then balled out? Those are my types of guys. I mean, that's the reporting. I mean, get you some wide receivers who could do both. Good job, fellas. Your team is fine. Can't blame the quarterback. And by that, I mean you're just not allowed to. Like, listen, just not allowed to play. I know the Texans' offense looks no different with Davis Mills versus C.J. Stroud. And I know it's been 2 straight years that the offense has been awful. But did you see C.J. Stroud's sumo wrestling? Did you see it?
He's done with that.
I'm telling you, you can't blame him. He was awesome as a rookie. Obviously, it's everyone else's fault. And Justin Herbert, my God. Like, Danny Parkin's going to come in here and hit me with a shovel. Like, you can't blame the quarterbacks. Now, should the teams be better? Do they have excellent defenses? Do they have coaches we love? Do they have skill position players we respect? Of course. The reason they're not better, I don't know, but it's not the quarterback. LinkedIn. And here's what I mean. I've never run a business. KW, I don't know if you've ever run a business. I don't think so.
No, I worked at Ben
Greg
Jerry's.
has, I think. Greg's got his, Brew owns nightclubs.
Several businesses. Maybe too many when he keeps talking
West
about
African mines. Like, Brew's got a lot going on. It's just true.
Wait till it pops. Wait till my stuff pops.
So, here would be my concern if I owned a business and I was thinking about hiring someone based purely off LinkedIn. They might have a very impressive resume, but are they untrustworthy? That's how I feel about these two teams. They have really good resumes. I don't trust them at all.
Good.
I just like the Jags have some really good wins. The Steelers they beat the Patriots. The Steelers have really good wins. I just don't trust these teams going into games or during games. And so right now they're both firmly in the AFC playoffs. I don't know that I trust either one of them to stay there, but that's where they are right now. The resume is good. Is this really real? The Colts and the Bears. The Bears' last-second magic to the tune of leading what many people believed going into the year to be far and away the toughest division in football. Ben Johnson's good, better, best, leave him with the rest, or I don't know. Danny has it tattooed in the back of his eyelids, but whatever. Is that real? And the Colts, listen. I think it's fair. Is this really real with the Colts? Are they really going to have this high-powered of an offense all year long, particularly when the weather gets cold, more outdoors? Circuitous paths back here.
Wow.
So here's what I mean. The Eagles and the Rams are the two NFC teams that, of this era, have hardware. These three teams, though, have been in the mix to get, and the Niners obviously have been to Super Bowls. Packers and Lions have been close each of the last few years. But how they found themselves on the same tier this year is very, very different. The Packers go all in the offseason. It looks great. Then it looks a little shaky, and now it looks better than it looks shaky as can be as of late. But they're sitting at 6 wins. The Niners dealt with all of these injuries. Before the year, Shanahan was talking like, hey, it might be, a pump the brakes year. But they're right back in the mix. And the Lions lose both coordinators, have some great moments this season, also some really head-scratching losses, but they're right in the mix as well, as these three teams are trying to finally break through for the conference. The Niners obviously been to the Super Bowl, but get over the hump. We don't like to have the same tier name in back-to-back weeks, but sometimes it's just too apropos. Yet again, bruise biases. I mean, one team loses a hard-fought, high-scoring game to the Buffalo Bills, and it's no big deal. The other team does, and they're cute. The other team does. One team is sitting at 4 losses, and they're frauds. The other team is sitting at 5 losses, and nobody wants to play them. The one team's quarterback goes in a little bit of a slump, and it's like, okay, back down to earth. The other one, I actually think this is good for them now, because we know he's going to be back. 2011 Giants or 2012 Giants? Chiefs. 2011 Giants looked decidedly mediocre for the first 3 quarters of the season. Then got hot, started playing their best football, and won the Super Bowl. The 2012 Giants, by any statistical measure or media coverage, Vegas odds, anything, were better than the 2011 Giants, but had some kind of head-scratching, close, unlucky losses early, and then late in the year, all of a sudden they're like, wait, we won 11, we missed the playoffs. The defending Super Bowl champions, we're better than last year's team, we missed the playoffs. Chiefs are going to go one of those 2 directions. We'll see which way. So, this is a little inside, but devil may care tier.
Oh my goodness.
So Dusty wanted us to do a whole topic that assumed you guys, the audience, knows if we say Josh's devil may care play style, that everyone knows what he means. Which we looked it up, someone that's, kind of tempting fate. But the reason the Patriots are on this tier as well is because, yes, Josh is, playing maybe a reckless but necessary style of football, almost tempting fate. One could argue Kevin Wildes is doing the same thing on behalf of his own Patriots by simply, every chance he gets, being like, I'm not scared of the Bills.
I'm not.
The team that has owned my franchise in the regular season and the playoffs the last 6 years?
Well, how about the previous forever?
Okay, well, since Josh Allen's been there, buddy. Josh Allen's entire career.
I'm looking at the uniform. I'm looking at this century.
Okay, yeah, nobody else is. And so you are also tempting fate. That's all. Feared, respected, doubted. Broncos, Seahawks. They are feared because of their defenses. They are respected because of their resumes. They are doubted because of their quarterbacks. Fair or not, they're a really good team. Seahawks were atop the tiers. The Broncos just beat the Chiefs fair and square. That's where they're at. Chekhov's gun. It's the Eagles. People aren't into Chekhov's gone. It's gone on the stage in the play. At some point, it's going to be used. That's kind of how I feel about the Eagles' offense problems. Like, it's been sitting there all year long. At some point, when they ultimately fall short of their goal, are we going to be like, yeah, probably should have seen that coming. Yeah. All year long, it seemed to be a problem. And atop the tiers, for the first time this season by themselves, the Los Angeles Rams rewriting legacies in real time. Here's what I mean. If they were to win the Super Bowl this year and Matt Stafford wins MVP, Sean McVay, 3 Super Bowl appearances, 2 wins. Belichick, Knoll, Reed, Walsh, Gibbs, Landry, Shula, Parcells, McVay.
Wow.
Quarterbacks, league MVP, and 2 Super Bowl wins. Brady, Bradshaw, Montana, Mahomes, Elway, Peyton, Starr, and Stafford. That would be the list, and they would move ahead of Philly for kind of for the best NFC team of the post-Brady era. So those are, I gotta say, some of the best tiers ever.
Time now for the most obvious change ever, featuring Greg Jennings.
What's the obvious change?
I mean, this was as soon as I saw it, I bit my tongue. I had a devil-may-care attitude.
What is it?
Greg,
Yeah,
look.
you know what? I saw it 2 wilds, and I felt like, that's low-hanging fruit.
What is it? Tell me what it is.
He wants me to attack it, so I'm not going to even address it.
I don't even know what
Are
it
you
is.
kidding me?
I'm
I'll
not
take
going to
care of
even
it.
address it.
What is it?
I got my man's back.
I'm going to go right around the 2011 Giants or 2012 Giants. Well, what we do know is they're the 2025 Kansas City Chiefs, and that ain't been that good. So move them down if we were moving them. Look, let's just go straight to the facts. If we look at their schedule, one could pose the question, who have they beaten?
The Lions.
And you would answer the Lions.
The
So
Ravens.
let's look at their schedule, and then let's look at the teams that they actually have beaten,
the
because
Lions and the Ravens.
they beat the Lions. We'll give them that.
Well, you don't have to give it to them.
No. That's a good win. We'll give them the idea of that being a good win. The Ravens they beat when they were spoiled milk. They were They were the lowly Ravens. They couldn't beat anybody. No one chalked up that win as a good win when you beat the Ravens early in the season, unless you were the Chiefs, because you were lowly too. And then when we look at, there was this moment that happened. One called it the tackle
That turned the tide.
that turned the tide.
How dare you, Greg?
Pre the tackle that turned the tide, the numbers look like that on the left.
Oh my.
And now, the last 2 games,
Well, you're
the last 2 games,
The
are
tide
we?
is out. We talked.
Wow.
Did they? What happened?
He's back to that?
Is he back?
Serene.
Is he back? Because it looks really similar to what we saw. Wait, let me add this too. They have Rashee Rice. We were like, man, we were excited when that happened. It was going to be electrifying offense.
Why he
They were
leads
going to
the league
be
in
back.
yards, second in touchdowns.
And then Xavier Worthy back. Oh my gosh, the whole arsenal is back.
Yeah.
Well, Patrick Mahomes clearly going to be better. What is going on? This is why this team needs to drop. At some point, I got to stay true to who I am. And yesterday I said I wasn't going to doubt this Chiefs team.
Yeah, because you
and Patrick
came on
Mahomes.
here
I did
multiple times.
And now I'm just gonna be what their record are. I'm 50-50. You throw it in the air.
you said
maybe they
what
win,
the-
maybe
you
they
said
don't.
What their record is? Well, certainly you are all but guaranteeing a loss. I mean, we know who your upset alert's going to be this week. There's no doubt about it.
Well,
You're
we're
getting
not there.
Daniel Jones and the
We're
Colts
not gonna
plus
change the
points
topic right
against
now.
a bad team.
We're not gonna change the
It
topic
does
right
have
now.
to be your upset alert.
I mean, yeah.
We're not changing the topic right now. Right now, what we're identifying is the Chiefs
This
at
is-
5-5 and having lost to a team that you can guarantee they weren't going to lose to last week.
Listen, I was wrong about that.
Yeah, you were.
This is also the committee. It's not.
Yeah.
That is true. I also, listen, Marshall, who does, what, you got more? Go ahead.
You see that never a doubt? Scratch that out.
That's fine. Listen,
I'm just saying.
that's fine.
I like that.
It will make it all
saying.
the more glorious when for the 6th time in the
You
last
truly
4
are doubting
seasons,
the Chiefs. That's why
Greg
you
Jennings-
have them as
Greg
2011 or
Jennings has
2012
to-
Giants.
Well, again, I'm going to get to the naming in a moment. Where for the 4th time in the last 3 seasons, Greg Jennings has to come on here at some point
I'm not
and be
doing
like,
it this year.
and be like, Guys,
Not doing it.
I promise next year I won't do it again. But I told Marshall, who again has full autonomy on the tier names, Greg's on the show. 2011 Giants might be a little triggering. It was, the team that ripped away his ability to go back-to-back. One of the greatest seasons ever, 15-1. Like, I told him, he was like, no, Greg's a professional. He'll be able to deal with it. Bro, go ahead.
Chekhov's gun.
Well, look, I have Greg's back.
What is...
And I actually agree with you. The Chiefs should drop with the Ravens and the Buccaneers. And the team that should replace the Chiefs is the Colts. Can we give the Colts a little more respect? I mean, look at my line. Are the Colts being disrespected? Yes, indeed.
Who is doing
Yes,
that?
indeed.
Who is doing that? Who is? There's
Thank you, Ramsey. I like it,
Ramsey did that one?
I like it.
That's good.
Wilds is shooting it down. I
That's-
love that.
that's
Right?
good.
So good, but I
that's
mean, it's-
bars. Yes, indeed.
Indeed.
We get it.
All right. Anyway, here's why, Nick. First of all, they're 8-2, and I get it. It's not the standings, but still, 8-2. I mean, that is a heck of a record. They also have the best running back in the league right now, Jonathan Taylor, who's trying to break records and just might do it. Trying to become the first running back in more than a decade to win the MVP, and just might do it. And here's the other thing: they beat Denver.
Yeah.
I mean, beat Denver.
Yeah.
You got Denver higher than them. What? We do this thing in sports.
We do.
To figure out who's better, right? You play a game.
Bro,
They
you guys told me
beat
things
Denver.
that happen in weeks 1 or 2
Okay.
that count.
That's true too.
They also beat the Chargers.
They're way ahead of them.
But the Chargers are a good playoff team right now. They beat the Chargers by 2 touchdowns. All right, and then
Jags beat them by
one of their losses. They only have 2, but to the top team, the Rams, who are rewriting legacies in real time. They were beating them midway through the fourth quarter.
Let him talk.
Let me finish. Let me finish. They were beating them midway through the fourth quarter.
Talk to us.
The game was tied with less than 2 minutes left.
Absolutely.
And they lost at the end of the game.
Yes.
But what happened in that game?
There was
Tell us what happened.
Let me tell the brother talk.
Let him
Adonai Mitchell
Get him out of
running
here.
free. Touchdown. Tries to be cool. Let me drop this ball and look cool right before the goal line. Cost them a touchdown. That right there would have tied the game. I mean, theoretically speaking. And then Adonai Mitchell hurt them
we're talking about a
again.
holding penalty
Jonathan
from week
Taylor, spectacular run.
He has
53 yards spin move. 53 yards, he's gone. Adonai Mitchell holding.
Yep.
Holding.
But he's not on the
Where's
team.
Adonai Mitchell now? He's with the Jets, all right? So my point is, even that loss was
Okay.
they outplayed.
I get it.
They outplayed your top
Colts-
team.
the
And you got them
Colts-
like 13
All right,
teams
the,
down.
The Colts looked awesome the first month and a half of the season. They have not looked quite as awesome as of late, and nobody, not even Greg Jennings, like how they played in Germany a couple weeks
Winning
ago.
is a skill.
The-
I keep hearing that, right?
Yeah, it is.
They showed
hard
their
to win
skill.
it.
They
All
were
right.
tough games.
We'll
but
talk
they
more
won.
about the Colts.
They were in the fog and all of that.
Yeah.
No problem.
It was a little bit of a problem.
No problem.
Daniel Jones, a little slippery hands.
I didn't put a pun on my bar, but it was a long sentence. I think my sentence is, for the millionth time, the Patriots are better than the Bills.
I argued for this strongly. The committee said they disagree.
And now, don't get me wrong. I know that we have a new version of Josh Allen, who is turning the ball over, which is good now. For a long time, it wasn't good. The offense changed. He had unprecedented success, won the MVP, and he's had multiple turnovers against the Patriots and lost, against the Dolphins and lost, against the Falcons and lost, and against the Bucs, and he won. He also had 6 touchdowns that game. He's like, well, that's the one that we should point to. He should turn the ball over. That's the key to 6 touchdowns. He didn't have 6 touchdowns in the other game. The argument, it's not all on the turnovers. It's a full game. That's true. He didn't lose all because of the turnovers. It's also because of this defense, which is not the Bills' defense of old. It is literally the second worst rushing defense in the league. Here's a list from the bottom up. Bengals, not good. Buffalo, not good. The Giants, Miami, the Falcons, the Commanders, the Titans, Bears, Dallas, and the Jets. That's a list of teams that give up a lot of yards rushing. But what about James Cook and Josh Allen? They can rush the ball too. Great point, straw man in my conversation. They average as a team 148 yards, right? That's the best rushing attack. They give up 153. So basically, every time you play the Bills, you become Josh Allen and James Cook plus 5 yards. Also, Dalton Kincaid's out, and he's very valuable to the team because the guy that they thought was going to be the answer to their problems, Deion Dawkins, came on here and said, "You wait till you find out about Keon Coleman." Now he's getting benched, like, for how long? A series? Like, no. A quarter? No. Half? Mm-mm. Just sit out. Full game. Full game. We saw plenty of guys get in trouble.
We did.
CeeDee Lamb, hey, you're out for 10 seconds.
A snap.
10 seconds
We
timeout.
only need a couple snaps.
That's it. Then get back in the game.
Don't do that again.
How long was Abdul Carter out for?
Yeah, drive.
2 minutes?
Yeah. No, that's all true. Listen, this is I argued against Danny's top 10 having the Patriots
And then you
too
did
low.
this. Well, I know it's a committee.
My vote carries double, but there's 11 people on it. So I agree with you, Walt.
I'm not willing to say it. I got my eye on this Texans game.
For the Bills?
I got my eye on it.
Thursday night, yeah.
Josh Allen will be able to move the ball. I got my eye on it.
You know, it was against the Texans in the playoffs when he did the whoop-de-whoop. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.